Welcome to our world. Won't you come on in? Waiting just for you. Welcome to our world.
All right. Should I start recording?
Are you recording?
Darn it. Okay. Maybe.
Okay.
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
okay.
What interesting podcast ideas have you come up with, or podcast idea have we come up with for today?
Okay.
I have to get some tea.
The year.
Okay, come on.
The year is 1324.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. It's the middle of the day, and
The year is 1324. You've been up since dawn, threshing wheat. Your one set of clothes. Your one set of clothes smells like mold and disappointment. A rat just stole your breakfast.
Oh, man.
Could you survive this? Spoiler, no. But let's find out.
And this is what we're going to talk about.
Welcome back to Existential Crisis, everyone. The show where we ask the important questions like, what is soup?
What is soup?
Wait, okay, can we really quickly take a
anything
detour?
be soup? Go ahead.
Can we take...
Well, yeah, are we
Oh.
getting back to that? Are we getting back to that
Fine,
topic?
all right, that'll be a different day.
No, we
Yeah.
can do that. I don't care.
And today, would we survive as medieval peasants? Probably not.
No, people today are too fat and lazy.
I completely agree. And so let's...
There it is.
Well, that's part of it, isn't it? So you're thinking about, as a medieval peasant, okay? You're part of the lowest class. You have no rights. You have no soap. You have no Reddit. No Instagram. None of that.
See, the thing is, at least though, I can imagine the world without the internet, right? Because I lived
Can
it.
you imagine the world without soap?
No.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Because you also don't
No,
use soap.
because right. Only if I'm in a hurry. I could imagine the world without the internet, though.
That's
right?
not what I'm asking.
I know.
I can also imagine
You brought
the
up
world
a
without the
Reddit
internet.
and all.
Do you not recall that I also lived a part of my life without the internet?
Okay, yeah, but at that point you were playing with blocks and stuff mostly. Come on.
What?
Okay,
What
hold
is your
on.
argument?
Hold on. You were born in 1994.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, the internet existed in 1994. Number one.
I was not using it.
Okay, no, because we protected and shielded you from all things evil in the
Okay.
world.
Are you suggesting that the internet is evil?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. No, the internet of 19... Okay, so the first you could have possibly used the internet would have been, what, 3 years old, 4 years old? You're kind of advanced. Maybe at 1.5, I could have seen you at the computer. But my point is, at
I
that
think we have
point...
pictures of me when
that
I'm
was
like
the-
one at
That
the
was
computer.
pre-Google. That was... I don't even think Yahoo was around. Maybe possibly, but it was
Stupid
much
Yahoo.
different than it is now, right?
Yes.
So, like, you didn't have... You said Reddit, Instagram, nope. Facebook, nope.
I know, that's what
I don't even know if you had MySpace. At that point, it was just whoever developed MySpace at that point just had his space. He didn't give it to anyone else at that point. So it was just Bob's space or whatever.
Still had dad jokes,
And-
though, I'm sure. I'm sure those
Anyway,
still existed.
No, so
For the
okay,
dads that stayed.
but yeah, imagine having people complain about the dumbest things now, right? They do. People complain about the dumbest things, and can you imagine I often think about this, what it must have been like to live in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
So
right
is it medieval or medieval?
now. Medieval.
Medieval.
What do you
I hear
saying?
people say it both ways.
I can't tell the difference in what
Spell
you're
it. Spell it. Spell it.
Medieval?
Spell it.
Well,
spell
now
it.
you're making me
I'm
second
making you-
guess
I'm-
how to spell medieval.
medieval.
Stop. That's not even what
I
it is.
want-
MEDIE Medieval. Are you saying medieval?
Medieval. Haven't
No,
you
it's
heard?
Oh,
I've heard people
gosh.
say that. I have heard people say that.
Anyway,
And I can't argue with them because if you look
Okay.
at the spelling, you kind of have to
so
say, well, maybe they're right.
Well, if that's what we did, if we just read everything phonetically, then we would all just be speaking completely differently, wouldn't
No,
we?
we wouldn't. We would say nuclear.
But okay. All right. So you're part of the lowest class. You have no rights. You have no soap. You have no internet.
I love the way they throw the soap in there.
You worked 6 days a week, sun up to sundown. I already do that. Joke's on them.
Well, think
No, I'm just
about it. Yeah.
kidding. I
So
don't
they
do that.
still took Sunday off, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, see, this is why people are so like psycho today, because they have too much time. I feel like part of the human condition is that we have to stress and worry about something. And it actually becomes more stressful when we don't have real problems, so we make them up.
I do agree with that. I think, and we had kind of talked about this a while ago about how when you're in a different class and say you're like, I remember I had used the example of Mark Cuban, not that he doesn't have problems, he just has much different problems than I do,
Right.
because his basic necessities are covered. So he has the luxury of instead having problems that are like, I don't know, based on emotion and mental state.
Don't you think part of it is once you hit a certain level, there's kind of like a lot of stress because you feel the need to sort of stay there. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you feel like you've worked so hard to get to that point, and like if all of a sudden you lost it all, like just that would maybe be devastating to someone like that. You obviously disagree by the look on your face, which no one can see except me.
You ate mostly bread, onion, and sadness. And ale. That was a win.
So you had onion sandwiches all the time?
I guess. It sounds disgusting. I hate raw onions, so
that's where the sadness comes from.
I just ate the bread, which is pretty much what I eat now.
You don't like raw onions?
I despise raw onions. I would never survive on a diet of
I like
bread
onions.
and onions.
I like onions.
I mean, like grilled
onions. Just onion sandwiches wouldn't be
or onion rings, except they didn't have those in the medieval ages. You see.
Well, maybe that would have been the thing. You could have invented them. I mean, you got the bread already. How hard is it to go from there to breading and then just make the onion rings?
Diseases? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Medicine? Nope.
How about, and were there any surgical procedures? And if there were, I'm sure they were not pleasant. I'm guessing very brutal.
Lived in one-room huts with dirt floors. Maybe a goat roommate. Maybe.
It's okay. Goats are kind of cool.
Well, they would contribute to the smell, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So that's not ideal. And you don't have the soap.
At that point, though, you probably smell as bad as the goat anyway.
So what difference does it make? Ooh,
yeah, maybe the goat smells better than you do.
Valid point. Bathing was not a priority, which explains why everyone probably smelled like warm turnips in fear.
Oh. That's disgusting.
Okay. So are you suggesting, because obviously as we're talking about this, I'm thinking about Age of Empires. About
I'm sure that's where
everyone's mind is going right now. The game Age of Empires, specifically Age of Empires 2, which is the superior Age of Empires. HD. And everybody knows this. The Conqueror's expansion. Yeah. Anyway.
Available on Steam.
Do you really believe that if someone picked you up and placed you in the medieval now I'm saying it weird.
Medieval.
In the medieval time, in the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Do you really think that you could survive? Let's say there's nobody around you for like 15 or 20 miles. You're placed in the middle of somewhere. You have a goat with you.
So it's not like so you know all the luxuries you had.
Right.
And all of a sudden you don't have them and you're there. It would be rough.
You don't have your glasses.
But that's true. That's true. No.
Wait.
No way.
Invented?
No way. Well, Ben Franklin was the wooden teeth.
No, Ben Franklin did bifocals.
Yeah, I know, but how much longer?
My biography of Benjamin Franklin that I'm reading right now is so good. Recommend.
Does it say about the wooden teeth?
I haven't gotten there yet, which is why I'm confused.
Okay, I think it was him. Was it George Washington? One of them had wooden teeth.
All right, I don't think
all their teeth were wooden. Just one or two, maybe.
I would survive, and I don't mean from like a mental, like, oh my gosh, I don't have the internet. or something like that, how am I going to last? I mean, from like a physical, if something's coming to attack me or if
Yeah.
people are attacking me, I think I could only protect myself for a limited amount of time. And I'm like in decent physical shape. I work out,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
starting to eat healthier,
I'm
but I don't think that I would last for an extended period of time.
probably, I feel like I would survive, but only because probably I have a higher opinion of myself than I should.
I agree. I think you would be out so quickly.
I mean, I put it this way: I would either survive or I would die lying in the corner in the fetal position, of starvation or of just being eaten by the goat.
I mean, both
But
of us, if you're assuming, are we assuming that you don't? Okay, because I said about pick you up and place you in the Middle Ages somewhere.
mhm.
Does that include, is that just as I am with my glasses? You know what I mean?
So
Can I
hopefully,
take my glasses?
well, hopefully you have them on when they pick you up and take you
That's what I'm
there.
saying. Because
Yeah,
if I can't,
yeah.
then I actually can't see. So
Yep.
I really will actually be gone very quickly.
Make sure I was just gonna say, make sure you have your glasses on and that grandma sweater,
Okay,
so in
leave
case
my
it's cold.
grandma sweater
But
alone.
but y- I really do feel like I I always feel like no, I would survive. I would do what I had to do. I feel like I would do whatever I had to do. Like I like I've said this in the past. Like if all of a sudden I had no money and I just had to get a job to be able to eat or support my family, I would work wherever I had to work. I'd work at McDonald's, I'd work as a janitor someplace. I would do whatever I
Okay.
had to do.
Yes, but could you physically carry a bucket of water 2 miles every day?
Yeah, I could do that.
Could you churn butter for an extended period of time?
I feel like I could do that.
You're weak.
I mean, I like butter.
You are a soft, modern creature who would last 6 hours in the 1300s.
I don't know. Um
Mm,
I
okay. I hesitate to do this whole thing because there's a quiz. Would you survive as a medieval peasant?
Okay.
I might just do 1 or 2 of them. I don't want to.
Okay,
I don't know if I want to do the whole
that
thing.
sounds good.
But I'm trying to find the good ones.
I mean, it didn't even get it.
Here.
I think the worst part would be the disease. So a lot of it would come down to not would you survive as in just do you have the, I don't know, the strength of character to be able to survive. It's like, okay, what the average life expectancy was probably not 30 years, right? Less than 30 years old. So right
It
off
was
the
like
bat, it'd be
26.
like, I'd be dead already. So
There's a mysterious illness in the village. How do you react? Do you quarantine, pray, and avoid drinking water? Do you hug everyone and hope for the best?
Oh.
That's so funny because I'm thinking about before I have no understanding of, what is it, like epidemiology? Is that the study of diseases and stuff
I
like
think
that?
so.
Or if it's not, someone correct me. I'm not up on my
Diseaseology.
Diseaseology, that's not it. I think
Yeah.
it's epidemiology.
I think you're right.
I don't know, like, when people discovered the reasons for different diseases and things like that. So I am picturing a time where people didn't realize that things were transferred, like, in close
Oh, yeah.
proximity to someone else.
Yeah.
So if something was going through the village,
Yep.
that probably wasn't even a crazy response at a certain point in time to be like, we're probably all going, let's gather
Yeah.
for one final hug.
Well,
And
or the
that's what took them
opposite, did they quarantine everyone, right? And just like treat everyone like a leper?
out.
Which think about, they did that back at the time of Jesus, they did that, right?
Sure.
They said, so they must have realized that that was a contagious thing then.
Okay.
But also there's a lot of superstition, right? So people would automatically assume that maybe if there was a disease, it was like God, like, because
Ooh.
somebody was evil. So they
Yes.
would assume somebody was evil just because they got sick.
Yes. So would you do A, B, or C? Would you try to sell fake herbal remedies for profit?
I don't. I'm not doing it now. There are people that still do that now. No,
So
I wouldn't
what would
do
you
that.
do?
What were the A and B again? We got to see.
Quarantine, pray, and avoid drinking water is A. B is hug everyone and hope for the
I'd
best.
quarantine. I would quarantine.
Okay.
I'd probably go to the neighboring village. I
You're-
would abandon my family and friends. I would abandon my family, and I'd try to find a friend in the neighboring village.
Okay. You're offered the chance to marry a blacksmith. What do you say? A, absolutely, steady income, access to iron. B, do they bathe?
Okay.
C, I'm holding out for a night.
Okay, these are the weirdest questions. I don't think there were any medieval female blacksmiths, so now, no, I would not marry the blacksmith.
So you would hold out for a night. Those were your options.
That
Great.
can't be my only options. What was the other one?
No, it is. The local priest, this is probably the last one we'll do. The local priest says the well is cursed. Do you A, use it anyway but cross yourself first? B, only drink ale from now on? Or C, start bottling and selling the cursed water?
Okay, this is like dumb. This is crazy. I would go to the neighboring village. I know, it's not an option.
It's not an option.
I would just drink the water.
You would drink the water. I think you'd probably survive based
Yeah.
on those answers.
But is the priest saying that because people are getting sick from the water?
Or is the priest trying to keep all the water for himself?
And he's bottling it and
There are
selling it.
corrupt potentially. Well, they didn't have bottles, so what was he? Is he jugging?
Yeah.
Jugging.
Yeah.
Selling the
It's
water.
a deal with the blacksmith.
I don't think I would
don't-
last.
I'm trying to think. I mean, it's talking. Think about it. So there was so little free time, right? That there were not like hobbies. Probably. I mean, when would you ever imagine that? Imagine if you had no time. Like I get frustrated if every day or two I don't have time to myself when I could do whatever I want, right? Imagine if you went like months at a time when you're just looking forward to Sunday and being able to just sit down and not have to work.
Right. But then what did you do on Sunday?
Probably still worked. You probably did.
I do think it's
Like
crazy.
we have no food. I have to go hunt or something.
Because you think about, like you just said, about you didn't have free time. Because things like social media, like Instagram and all of that, kind of came about because people were bored.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you weren't bored, you wouldn't even miss these things that you don't have anymore because you wouldn't have the time
you wouldn't
to miss them.
Yeah. And people would definitely have more a sense of meaning in their life.
Yes.
Right? Because you have to, I mean, you're kind of doing it to live. I think you'd have less time to just dwell on things, right? I think that's part of the problem. So now the next thing is, okay, we're talking about the 1300s. So when this whole AI thing takes over and starts taking, basically get to a point where people don't even have to work at all, because we went down to the regular 40-hour work week, and now a lot of people don't even have to do that, right?
I dislike how you always find a way to turn the episodes into AI.
No, I'm not talking specifically about AI. I'm talking about, this is more about productivity and the need to work or not work. And if it's an issue now that people have too much free time, imagine how it's going to be in 5-10 years. Maybe escape rooms will really become big at that point because people will have more time to escape.
I love escape rooms.
Try to escape.
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know that this is really a whole thing. I just was excited
this is
by
good.
the thought.
This is a quicker, interesting episode.
Is it interesting?
Well, wait, let's add something else and then you can fit it in somewhere.
Okay. Well, here's what I wanted to
No, don't start a whole nother topic. I'm saying, is there nothing else on this topic we can talk about? Look up the pronunciation of medieval.
Medieval. And the more I say it, the stupider it sounds. The Middle Ages or medieval period was a roughly 1,000-year span in European history. That's important, though, because if you're on the end of that 1,000-year span, life is a lot better than it is in the beginning. So that's, where are we in the 1,000-year span? That's important.
I think part of the thing is the last, say, 200 years of human development, there have been so many inventions and so much, like between the Industrial Revolution, automation, now computers. It's like things have changed so much versus even the way things were, let's say, in the 1700s.
We're all pronouncing it incorrectly.
Go ahead.
Medieval.
Say it again.
Medieval.
That sounded really weird.
That doesn't even sound like you.
No, that doesn't sound like me at all. On here, though, when it does the sounds like, it's showing the pronunciation as like medieval. But when he says it,
Medieval.
He's saying like medieval, like mead.
Is there
right?
another one? Is there? I don't like the way he sounds.
No, that's, I
His
mean, I
voice
could
is
click on a
annoying.
YouTube video, but I'm not going to
Try another one. Try one more.
We're not.
Just one more. I just want to hear one more.
gonna
Everyone
have to
wants
listen
to
to
hear
an
one
ad.
more.
How do you pronounce these words? The correct pronunciation in English is as medieval. Medieval. Medieval.
You're right. That was so much better.
I love the music in the background.
Oh, my word.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I want to look up. There was population decline. Oh, gosh. So many bad things happened during the Middle Ages.
We should go to medieval times.
I
dinner
don't
show.
remember that at all.
What? The dinner theater show
I know what you're
in
talking about.
the
but
Orlando area? That's a really cool show.
all people in the Middle Ages, not all, but a common misconception during the Middle Ages was that the Earth was flat. A lot of people still think the Earth's flat.
I mean,
I'm not kidding.
A lot of people think that.
There is a growing movement. Just last night, and I want to clarify, I personally don't think the Earth is flat,
Mhm.
but just last night, I saw a video of someone trying to make the argument that pilots pretty much that they don't see when they're in the air, they don't see the supposed curve of the Earth and all this stuff.
Okay.
But and then someone in the
Can't.
comments was arguing about how the Earth rotates and how with flying and stuff that doesn't make any sense because you would see the rotation of the Earth and all this. And then someone, my favorite counter comment on that, someone, however they said it, they were like, we're in Earth's atmosphere. Like we are
Mhm.
also doing
Mhm.
what Earth is doing pretty
Mhm.
much, which is why you wouldn't.
When I hear people say that about the flat Earth, what I think is, okay, half of the population also has an IQ under 100. So
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me that, if somebody has an IQ that's like really low, I think they're susceptible to believing things that make no sense. So
Hold on.
we should do an episode of what would
okay.
be if
Here.
you could live at any time in history, when would you want to live?
I know that was also one of the suggestions. So
Yeah.
daily life in society in
Okay.
the medieval ages.
Okay.
Medieval bread was gritty. People's teeth wore down quickly due to the coarse grain from the millstones. Do you still think that you could survive
And you couldn't do anything
with your wooden
then.
teeth?
Yeah, that's true. And it's not like people brush their teeth. So imagine when you got a toothache. Oh my
Ugh.
God, you just have to suffer until your tooth falls
Animals.
out.
Yeah, imagine giving birth. What do you mean? What are you ever talking about? Everything's relative, but you know what? Not now. You're wrong. Gosh, that's annoying. Animals.
Wait a minute, what did I say?
Animals were
You started on giving birth.
animals.
I'm never imagining giving birth because I
Yeah.
can't.
I understand that, but not relatively speaking, generally speaking, a toothache in the medieval ages compared to giving birth to a
In the
human
medieval,
being.
you mean in the Middle Ages?
now?
Oh,
No,
well, yeah.
I was
but now
talking in
they
the
have,
medieval
okay,
ages.
okay. Because I was gonna say you have, like,
Still now probably. What
well,
do
you
you
have
mean?
medicine, drugs, and stuff like that. So
Oh God, I implore you. And honestly, maybe that should be part of our live episode one day.
yeah,
Is to explain to you the pains of childbirth because you clearly don't have enough respect.
I was there
So what?
for 3 C-sections, 3 of them.
Oh, you
3 of
felt the
them.
pain that mother felt?
It wasn't that bad.
Okay, great. You're a joke. Animals were tried and convicted of crimes. Oh.
Finally, why did we
Animals
stop that?
being put on trial and even sentenced to death for offenses such as pigs being accused of causing damage or injuries.
Well, but if the pig caused damage or injury, at least they had a trial.
Shoes were often long
Now they're
and
just
pointed.
condemned.
Men's fashion included long pointed shoes, which were a sign of wealth and social status. You'd never survive.
I still can't get off. I'm still on the animals
You
having
would
trial.
never survive pointy shoes.
Harambe would have at least gotten a trial before his execution
You would never survive pointy
with my pointy shoes. I think pointy shoes look so dumb. Like when guys' pointy shoes,
That's
they
what I'm
look
saying. You wouldn't
really
survive.
dumb.
Cod pieces were a prominent part of men's fashion. These were fabric or leather coverings used to hold up men's clothing. Like a belt, kind of?
What is it?
I don't know.
Spell it.
A cod piece.
Like a
Cod, like a
piece.
fish.
Like
and
a
then
cod
piece,
fish.
like a piece of something. Marriages were often arranged.
Well, we knew that.
Ugh. Medicine was primitive. Practices like bleeding with leeches were common. You think you could do that? You couldn't. You're weak. Next.
I've done that actually.
Currency.
You can't let me not comment.
I can do whatever I want.
No, when I was a kid and I used to go in streams and all, there were a number of times when you get out and you have leeches on you.
Yeah. And when you went in those streams, you know why you're still alive today and you didn't die from
'Cause
bacteria that was in them and all that? Because you
'cause the
were
leech.
immunized and you had medication.
No, the leech. The leech saved
Eels
me.
were sometimes used as currency.
Okay.
I don't know. Religious tolerance was not common.
What do wallets look like?
Those who challenged church teachings were often considered heretics.
Hmm.
The Black Death had a significant impact on society. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Medieval books were rare and expensive. Each book had to be copied by hand, making them valuable possessions.
Imagine
I
that.
want to talk about not being bored. You would never be bored.
That's wild,
There's so
though.
much time-consuming, inefficient stuff to do in the Middle Ages. Knights often participated in tournaments and jousts. We knew that. The feudal system was a key part of medieval society. We knew that. Archery practice was compulsory for able-bodied Englishmen. Sure. Castles were built with defensive walls and high ground. Maybe I'm just yes, of course, because I'm thinking of Age of Empires. This is all common knowledge.
See, since I have my old computer, my Amiga out, this reminds me of the game Defender of the Crown, because that's exactly when it takes place. Middle Ages, and there are jousts, and you're attacking castles and all that. It's like, so I know I could survive because I've played this game in the past.
On your computer, yes.
And I've done pretty well.
Some people believed fossilized shark teeth were dragon tongues.
Okay, what, from a tiny, tiny dragon?
Okay, I don't know, I guess.
How big would the dragon
This is
be?
our
Like
last,
Mushu.
This is our last fun fact. Oh, never mind. Hold on, I have one more. That's gross.
Okay.
I thought this was going to be it. Medieval football was a violent and dangerous sport with no rules besides no murder. Players used any means to score, often resulting in injuries.
I love that. I mean, when I was a kid, that's exactly what we would play.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't have
You are
rules.
the most dramatic.
No, we didn't. We didn't wear padding. We're playing tackle football,
gosh.
and you couldn't kill the other person. That was sort of a more or less unwritten rule. We never had anyone that got killed, got injured. We had people.
You disgust me.
I don't remember if we had broken bones. Maybe.
This is the final fact. I don't know how to pronounce this. Erfurt latrine disaster. ERFURTLATRINE.
I know what latrine.
I'm just spelling it for the people. This disaster. Are you ready? Have you heard of this?
No, but it reminds me of
Great.
the one guy that used to use the restroom at work when I worked at. Go ahead.
How fitting.
Every time
Because
he went there, it was like a latrine disaster.
That's a genuinely very fitting comparison that you would make. Because this disaster killed 60 noblemen and clergymen by dropping them into... I hope you're not eating. Is anybody eating right now? No? Okay, stop what you're doing. Pause this for later. By dropping them into a pool of liquid excrement after the floor collapsed during an important council meeting in late 12th century Germany. I will ask you again, Jim. Do you think you could survive in the Middle Ages? No, you couldn't. We'd all be dead. Everyone had fleas. Did you know that?
So people can get fleas? People can get fleas.
Yes.
Well, that's not good. Maybe Nana does have fleas then.
Potatoes weren't around Europe until the 16th century. I couldn't live without potatoes.
Okay. Okay, these little random facts. We've had enough of these.
That's all.
Okay.
I don't know how else.
How are we going to wrap this up?
We are going to wrap this up by...
What is our thought for the day? We should always have our thought for the day.
No.
I think that would be such a cool idea. Come on, that's the one good idea.
I would have died... No, I think you would have died of tetanus at 22. And I think I might have made it to 24, but only if I married the blacksmith.
Okay, first of all, if I died at 22, you wouldn't be around. So
Why?
Because you weren't.
It's the Middle Ages. You had an arranged marriage. You were married at like 14 or something.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah. Well,
All right, well,
fair enough.
for our listeners.
Was I a grandfather yet?
No.
Okay.
Actually, probably, if we're
Yeah.
being honest. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
What's the one medieval task that you all think that you would have been good at? And what do you think would have killed you off?
Yeah, that's a good question. Call our comment line.
I know you're not going to make me...
Call
It's in
our comment line or
the
leave
show
a text
notes. The
in
number
the show
is
notes.
407-584-7543.
And it's also in the show notes.
Or you can find us on YouTube. You can comment on your podcast listener of choice. You can email us at existentialcrisespod@gmail.com. You can send a carrier pigeon.
Yes.
To P.O. Box. Just kidding. We don't have a P.O. Box.
Yep.
Well,
good night.
I'm going to go eat some bread that's not going to hurt my teeth.
I'm going to have a bread and onion sandwich.
Have a great week, everyone.
Good night.
The Pokeball. Come on. Yes. We got him. We got a Litten.
A what?
It's called a Litten. Or I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. I hate it. I
It's
don't
a
like
kitten.
it. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Are you
It's
recording?
spelled just like, yes. It's spelled just like kitten, but
With an L.
okay. Kitten.
And it
Okay,
looks like a
Litten.
cat.
I mean, that makes sense then. I hate it, though, when certain words people like
Oh,
pronunciate, like they over-pronunciate.
hold on now. I'm trying to get a chest spin. What, you mean if I said Litten
Like,
instead of Litten?
well,
or
yes,
whatever,
yes,
like kitten?
yes.
Or
Litten.
kitten.
Yeah. Yeah, kitten.
Okay, anyway. All right. Let me collect. Oh, nuts. Hold on. There's a binacle.
Were you going to say, let me collect my thoughts?
No, I was going to say, I don't need to collect my thoughts. They're always collected. I'm always cool as a cucumber.
Mine are always scattered
Cool
all
as a
over
cuke, as
all
the
over
kids say. Stupid binacle.
I'm going to check cucumbers to see if they're high in vitamin K.
They
No, I think they're good. I think they were good.
We're fine, I think.
They're good for me to eat.
I'm not going to catch this thing.
Can I leave and come back when you're
No,
finished?
hold on. This looks like the thing from Kingdom Hearts 2 when you're fighting in Beast Cat. You don't know. You don't play good games.
I do, but
Come on, just get in the Pokeball. I'm sorry. I'm about to be out of Pokeballs in a second, so if he doesn't get in there,
Pokeballs?
yes, I have
call them
13
Pokeballs.
left. Pokeballs.
I overpronounce
Well, it's
it.
Pokemon, though.
Pokeball.
Or is it Pokemon?
Pokemon. No. So, have
I
you
gotta
collected
catch them all.
all of the Pokemon?
No, but I've collected all the Pokemon. No, I haven't. That's what I'm
Pokemon.
trying to do, and I've just wasted like 20 Pokeballs.
It's like a Caribbean thing. Caribbean.
Please, sweet cheese and crackers, just get in.
It's all the Pokemon.
I swear to baby Jesus, I
My
am not built for
squeaky
this.
chair.
I'm not built
My
for this
squeaky
lifestyle.
chair.
Did you test the mics? Are the mics working? Mute
I
yourself.
believe. No, they are working. Hold on. Hold on.
Hello? Speak. Okay. I'm not even
Okay.
kidding. This is 30 Pokeballs that I've used on this thing.
Can we start the podcast?
Which is crazy because it was from a reward too. They're supposed to be like easier to capture. Can we just hold on? You
start
came
the
into
podcast?
You literally came into my home,
Your domain.
took over my desk, and you can't just wait for me to. And for the record,
talking
the
to me?
only reason I got him.
Who's talking to me?
Let's begin.
Okay, go ahead.
And I already had one. I didn't even need him for the Pokedex. I
Is
hate
that
this
what the
game.
podcast is going to be about?